Hi, welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome to Jamie Phillips Football Chats. I hope everyone is well. You're having a great weekend. Guys, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, smash the likes, hit the bell, all the good stuff. It's free of charge. Go nuts on it, guys. So welcome back, guys, to the channel. After a massive win today, Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0. What a result. Excellent game of football from we saw today. Liverpool are absolutely fantastic, on top of their game. Absolutely on top of their game. This was an excellent performance by the team and one to be seriously proud of. And we're going to get talking about this game, guys. So let's start with the team lineups on this game, guys, today. So let's start with the start 11 that we saw today. So obviously, Ali was starting in goal. Nice to see Ali back. Trent right back, Matip and Van Dijk, and it was Tsimikas in for Robbo. And Robbo, he was 50-50 for this game, weren't too sure. And Tsimikas coming in, never lets anyone down. Fantastic with left back. We got there in old Simi. Midfield, it was good to see Thiago and Fabinho back together again in that midfield position. That centre midfield pairing, it was fantastic to see. And Oxlade-Chamberlain playing with them. Excellent performance by the Ox that we'll get talking about in a minute. And then the front line was Jota through the middle, Salah on the left and Mane on the right. And it was a very good starting 11. Obviously, we've got, I think there's 7 players at the moment with injuries. It's not all bad. Some of the injuries they have at this moment in time are minor injuries. I think a few of them will be back by the time we play Southampton next weekend, like your Caters, your Milners. They could also feature against Porto in midweek. So the substitute bench was a little thin today. You know, there's a bit of moaning and pissing and moaning and complaining, as you usually get on social media when it comes to a Liverpool game and the Liverpool bench. It didn't need the bench today. That first 11 that was out there today absolutely dominated Arsenal. From the first minute to the last minute, it was a complete destruction of a team that we've been told are back. You know, we've been told our Arsenal are back. They're back to the way they used to be. You know, they're undefeated since August. They got these so many clean sheets. Ramsdale's the best around. All the usual bluff that sometimes you get from Arsenal fans. It's a shame because some Arsenal fans on social media, you know, they talk up such a weird game and they talk their team. It's all good talking your team up. Go for it. Talk your team up. And I'm all for that. And but they come out with some weird arguments and, you know, no one wants to hear your crap. I mean, I do believe, guys, there was a first 11 going around social media, and I think Sky Sports did a first 11 between Arsenal and Liverpool. You know, a combined 11 who would get in such and such team, and Ramsdale was in goal instead of Alisson. There was one first 11 where you had Gabriel and Ben White as the centre back partnerships because they haven't conceded that many goals, and you know. And you see that game today and the way it pans out, there's not a single Arsenal player that gets in that Liverpool first 11. Not a single one. You know, Emil Smith-Rowe is an excellent talent. He's going to be a good prospect for the future. But he wouldn't get that first 11 at the moment. Nowhere near. And, yeah, Arsenal got put down back to earth a little bit today. And it was needed because, as I say, they've been going on and on and on like they're back and they're in a title race and blah, 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 blah. I said we'd smash him. I said him a prediction on Doug's channel that we'd win 4-1 today. So it was only the goal out from Arsenal, kept a clean sheet, obviously, but got the 4 goals. And it could have been many more, to be honest, if it weren't for maybe some poor finishing on our half. You know, it could have been 5 or 6. It could have been a real embarrassment. And it was a good weekend for Liverpool Football Club in general because, as you know, Man United got stuffed away to Watford 4-1, which is absolutely hilarious. I mean, they're in the toilet, and this is a Liverpool channel, and at the end of the day, I want to see Man United lose games. And today was hilarious. Chelsea looked fantastic against Leicester, you have to say, and then West Ham lost to Wolves. So results almost went our way today, apart from the Chelsea result, and so we had to win. It was a good win for us, and we're right back up there again. I think we're sitting second in the league at the moment. 4 behind Chelsea, 2 in front of City. Although City play tomorrow against Everton, so we see where we land at the end of the weekend. But we're back up there. That loss against West Ham 2 weeks ago is now, forgotten about. It's not killed us like a lot of Liverpool fans here think. You come on and you lose to West Ham, and it's all doom and gloom because how dare we lose one game? And in football, results turn around extremely quickly, and we've got a lot of games coming up. We're coming to the busiest period of football. We're coming up to the Christmas period, and it's the toughest, hardest period of football in any league, in any country in the world. And points are won and lost. Leagues can be won and lost around this time of year. So I say we've got some decent fixtures coming up. So this win today was a big one because we couldn't drop points today. A draw would have been terrible. A loss would have been devastating. So put Arsenal back in their place as well. Might shut them up for a bit now. And with Arsenal, you look at the teams they've lost to. They got ripped apart by Man City. They got taken apart by Chelsea, and they got obliterated by Liverpool. And it just shows they're miles and miles away from being anywhere near the top 3-4 teams in this country. A million miles away. Oh, Paulie, how are you? How are you doing? You had a good weekend? Enjoy the game? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, and Arsenal they're just miles away from doing absolutely anything. And it was a great win today, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game. And sitting there watching it, and the first 20 minutes. Let's get to that first 20 minutes. It was it wasn't the fastest start by Liverpool. It was a bit slow that first 20 minutes. Arsenal came and tried to do a containing, pressing game on us. They sat back with their back four, their midfield three, and their forward three, and they tried to stay high up and try and contain us in our own half. And but they weren't really doing anything that worried us in that first 20 minutes. They just sort of kept trying to keep us contained in our own half without actually penetrating us or doing anything to really worry us. That's all. And we just played around, and we just got used to what they were doing that 20 minutes. Usually Liverpool at Anfield go straight at the juggler in the first 20 minutes and try and put teams away straight away. But with Arsenal's day, I think what we did, we respected the run they're on, and didn't disrespect the run they're on. So we took our time to work into the game. After 20 minutes, it was all us, and we just completely dominated them, absolutely dominated them. Paulie, yeah, good, mate. Really impressive second half. Yeah, one of the best second halves I've had in a while, personally. John, my man, how are you, John? Good to see you back, fella. Ain't known you in a while. Big out, Jane. What a win, much needed. Don't fuck with Klopp. Oh yeah, that was. Don't fuck with Klopp. Yeah, that should be a tagline now, shouldn't it? Yeah. So, as John says there, the Klopp Arteta. So, in the first half, it was more of a game of like Arsenal containing us, trying to keep us like at a distance, basically, trying to keep us at an arm's length away from their goal. And we're trying to work our way into the game, respecting Arsenal for the results they've put up recently. And then Arteta, for some reason, has the biggest paddy I've ever seen in my life. I expect my 2-year-old to have a paddy like he did today. Ridiculous. And here's my man, Grant Phelps. So he's me. That's my brother there, guys. Love this man to death, and everyone say hello to Grant. He's my brother. I love him. Yeah, it was. It was just childish. So there was a challenge in the air. They were both going up. I can't remember who it was now. They're both going up, and Arteta thought our player elbowed. I can't remember who it was. Who elbowed him down, and he wanted apparently what the commentary was saying after the game is that he wanted a red card. He thought it was an elbow to the head, and but I think Klopp told him to shut his mouth and what you watching. And then Arteta went on a massive paddy. Crying his eyes out. It was hilarious. And then that really got. And then Klopp, don't mess with Klopp. Do not mess with Klopp. Klopp will push you in your place. And that just riled up the crowd. The crowd went balmy. The atmosphere after it was electric. And the players are like, well, our manager's fighting for us. How about we start showing some stuff, mate? You know, let's go for it. And and we did show them. And after that incident, we just bombarded Arsenal. They didn't know what to do. And with Arsenal, look, they're trying to, I don't know what Arsenal are trying to become, because Mikel Arteta is a very defensive-minded manager. He's not the second coming of Pep Guardiola and all this nonsense that you hear. You know, he's a very defensive, pragmatic manager who tries to. He goes into games trying not to lose, not trying to win, and you can see that in all the Arsenal results. I mean, they've only scored 13 goals this season. You know, they haven't scored many, and I think they've got like -4 goal difference now after today. They're a very defensive-minded team. I think they had 2 shots today, 3 shots. The way they set up, I don't know if they're just cocky, arrogant, or just thick. They're trying to play out of their own half from goal kicks. They're trying to playing football out of their own half against possibly one of the best counter pressing sides in Europe. You know, you don't do that. That is, Liverpool want you to do that. You can't play out your own goal against us and not expect to lose the ball. Now, you can do that against Burnley, Norwich and Watford. Good for you. You got nice 1-0 wins off against them teams playing that way. But you're playing against the serious boys now. You're playing against the big boys. You know, it's where the big boys play. You know, as a famous WCW saying there. This is where the big boys play, and you don't play like that unless you're extremely good. Unless you're Man City, you know, unless you're Pep Guardiola coaching that team. But Pep Guardiola is a better manager, and Man City are a better team than Arsenal. And Man City and Pep Guardiola don't play that way against Liverpool because he has too much respect for Liverpool's counter-pressing abilities. So he don't even play that way. And Arteta gets his Arsenal team to play that way. You're either cocky and arrogant or you're just thick. And if you're cocky and arrogant, you need looking at Arteta. You need to have a look in the mirror at yourself, fella, because to play that way against us is ridiculous. Our counter-pressing is up there with any team in Europe. We're probably the best at it. And it's so arrogant of you. And I'm glad we smashed you, actually, because your arrogance. I don't know where this arrogance from Arsenal's come from. It's so annoying. Probably Arsenal know that they were beaten every time they step up on the coach at Anfield. They just can't shake it. Yeah, I mean, we're their side piece, really, aren't we? Arsenal is Liverpool's side piece at Anfield. I mean, I heard stupid things online about people saying, you know, Arsenal will go and win today and keep a clean sheet at Liverpool at Anfield. It's like, look, even if you thought that was the case, do your homework. Liverpool score at home all the time. You know, we barely drop points at home. Yeah, we dropped points to Brighton, but we still scored 2. We should have scored more. You know, we do drop points sometimes, but we always score. You was never keeping a clean sheet. And to play arrogantly, Arsenal started to play. You know, and their fullback, their left back today. I can't remember his name. No, it's not. It's not his left back. Who's the right back today, guys? I can't remember the right back's name. I can't. If you can remember the right back, the right back for Arsenal, please let me know. Grant, I thought the Ox was great. My man Grant, he was brilliant today. I'll get to Ox in a bit because I thought he was really good today. Yeah, apparently he was talking this week while the international game is on. He can't wait to meet Mo Salah because he doesn't believe Mo Salah is what everyone keeps saying he is. And he says he couldn't wait to meet him. Well, he met Mo Salah today and he got completely embarrassed. You know, this Arsenal team, they cracked me up. Yeah, that's the one, Paulie. They cracked me up. And like, where's this arrogance? Can someone please tell me where this Arsenal arrogance comes from? If I was playing Man City today or Chelsea and they were this arrogant, I'd be like, yeah, I understand your arrogance because you're Chelsea and Man City and you're absolutely flying. You're two of the best teams in the world. Arsenal's arrogance, I don't understand. And they got smashed up and it should have been more. And I'm just really glad we put a beating on them. I really am. And let's get to the good stuff. So the goal scorers, guys, the goal scorers. Let's talk about these goal scorers. So first goal, Sadio Mane, the forgotten man almost, because last year everyone told me Sadio Mane was dead. You know, last year he was finished, and you know what's happened to Sadio Mane and all that. I'll tell you what happened to Sadio Mane last year. He had COVID. You know, as we know, COVID's a shit. You know, and no one's immune from it, even athletes. He got COVID. We was in lockdown with no fans. He had no family around. Can you imagine how boring that is? You know, we all felt crap last year. And Sadio Mane might be an athlete, might be paid lots of money. He felt the same. He just wasn't at his best. Now, he had a summer off this year. Didn't do anything this summer. Had a nice holiday, nice rest. Lockdown's gone. He can go out now and do what he wants, get about the city and that, go on holidays. And he's fresh as a daisy now. And he's showing you what he's got. He can still beat a man. He's still got pace. All this thing though, he can't beat his fullback anymore. Oh, give me a break. Sadio Mane's got 8 goals this season. I know Salah is on fire, you know, and the goals he's getting are amazing and his record is out of this world. But Sadio Mane ain't far behind. You know what I mean? He's a tremendous, tremendous footballer. Still one of the best left forwards in the world. You try and find me some better left forwards than Sadio Mane. It would be very difficult. Very difficult. Exceptional, I say. Exceptional. The ball in from Trent. Jesus Christ. Trent, he's generational, ain't he? He's just... I'll get to Trent in a minute. I love that kid. But Mane, that header, that goal, you know. Ramsdale, apparently the best keeper in the country, Aaron Ramsdale, you know. Didn't move his feet fast enough and probably should have saved it, to be honest. But it was a good header by Mane. Good finish by Mane. And he just got us on our way. And as soon as I saw Mane score, I knew we would go open up the floodgates because this Arsenal team, defensively, not good. Don't give me this Ben White crap. I don't want Arsenal fans to keep coming with Ben White. Ben White can bring the ball out of the box. Ben White can take players on coming to midfield. He tried that today and he got annihilated. Don't give me it. Go away. That's my nothing. Paulie. Jota putting Sadio through with that header pass. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was. That lovely little flick on. It was meant as well because he looked where Mane was first and that just... I think it was to the back of his head, wasn't it? Just a little knockback like that into the space. Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. Oh, Jota, good player, Jota. And then obviously, Jota got the second. But with Diogo Jota, I still don't like Jota as the number 9 in the team. Just for the fact that he's not the best of his back to goal, and sometimes the ball comes off him quite a lot. Jota is at his best when he's running down the wing on the left-hand side, running towards the defenders. He's better at that. Like, one thing you can't take away from Jota, when he's in the box, he's as cool as a cucumber. And that goal today was saucy, wasn't it? It was proper saucy. The composure he had for that goal was something else. And the way he put Ben Shite on his bum, and then Ramsdale, he fooled Ramsdale, looked like a fool, and just put the ball in the net. It was something special, and he's a fantastic footballer, Jota. It was a great bit of business last season to get Jota in for 40 million from Wolves. I know a lot of people thinking, why are we getting Jota from Wolves? You just got to watch football, guys. Jota's a tremendous footballer, and in the box, he's arguably a better finisher than Salah and Mane in some ways. I think he's a cooler finisher. He's in the box, personally, I think he's maybe a better finisher. I love Jota Lowe as a player. When we was after Timo Werner all that time, and then we was like, no, we're going to get Jota for the same price transfer-wise, but 100 grand less in wages. And it was the right choice. He's a tremendous footballer. And I think he's only 23. Man's going to be special. Cristiano Ronaldo talks so highly of him, and if he's talking highly of him, he's a special player. Jota unreal really is. He's a tremendous footballer. I feel we're lucky to have him. He's very underrated. Not a lot of people were looking at him at Wolves thinking, can he do a job? And then at Wolves, he weren't released off the shackles like he is at Liverpool. Wolves played a more defensive, counter-attacking game of football, and at Liverpool, he's allowed more freedom and show what he's really got. And, that's good scouting. It ain't always about going buying 150 man, 200 million pound player and just put him in your team and think it works. You buy right players for your system, and you do good scouting, and that's what. And Jota just shows that. Paulie, he's very good at getting in between defenders and crosses. Yeah, he's amazing in the air. For someone who's my height, like 5'7", 5'8", he is fantastic in the air and getting in between defenders. His movement in the box is exceptional. I will admit, his movement in the box is exceptional. Red Devils, you can imagine how terrible my day was. I can, fella. I feel bad for you. You're a good bloke, but obviously it's a Liverpool channel, and we are obviously always happy to see Liverpool win and Man United lose. Ollie at the wheel. My shout out got you from 92, 96 outside. Thank you very much, Devil. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you very much, fella. That's done me wonders, that has. That's really good of you. Keep going for me, mate. Keep going for me. Push me up. I need to get to this 100 as quick as possible. And then once I've reached this 100, I will. I'm going to do a 100 subscription special. We'll have a bit of fun. I'll do some Q&A. We'll talk about Liverpool. We'll talk about all the other clubs. We'll have a bit of a party. So get me to this 100 as quick as you can, guys. I really, really appreciate all of you. John Moore, no. Not Ollie at the wheel. Ollie was legit about the cry. Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, Ollie was waving at the fans like it was goodbye or something like that. And then I heard today that Sky Sports said that they had an emergency meeting. If they're serious, Man United's board are really serious about what they're doing at Manchester United. They would go, that meeting should have took 2 minutes. They would have got Ollie in and gone, look, Ollie, you've done well here. Thanks for your services. Here's a pay package. We have to let you go and get someone else in. But apparently they're saying they're still undecided. I have no idea how you can be undecided when you lose 4-1 to Watford. It's all right getting smashed by Man United and by Man City and Liverpool because they're world-class football teams. But getting beaten by Watford like that, it's the end of the road for him, surely. I saw this today, Aguero retiring because of his heart condition or something. It's very sad because obviously he was an exceptional footballer, and one of the Prem's best ever strikers, and exceptional footballer. Seemed like a good bloke, and retiring from the thing you love the most is the hardest thing to do. But if it's for his health, he should take it seriously. And obviously, he's got plenty of money to fall back on, so it's not like he won't be, need him. But retiring from the thing you love when you've still got a few years left in the tank, it's hard. It's hard. Road to Red Devils really starting to feel bad for you. Yeah. I don't know if I'm feeling bad for Man United. Well, I sack him tonight or in the morning when they have 2 weeks international break to do it. Yeah, it makes no sense. I'll put the foot on the shoe on the other foot. If this was us, if this was Liverpool, and we had a manager who was doing as badly as Ollie, and we're still getting pummeled by teams, getting beat by teams. We got beaten by our arch rivals, 2 weeks in a row, and then got heavily beaten by Watford. That manager shouldn't be there the next game. And when you had an international break, it was a perfect opportunity. But the problem with Man United now is who do they get? Because Conte, probably the best manager that was available at the time, has now gone to Tottenham. I don't know if Zidane is the perfect fit for Man United. I know Zidane's won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, and this might sound weird because he has won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but I don't know if Zidane will do what. I don't know if Zidane's. No, I think Zidane's waiting for the French job. Personally, I think after next year's World Cup, I think Deschamps will step down, especially if France retain the World Cup, and I think Zidane would take that job personally. If Man United, as a Liverpool fan, if Man United get anybody, I hope it's Brendan Rodgers, because I think Brendan Rodgers is the most overhyped manager coach around. He's not as good. He's not that great. John, should have been sacked right after Liverpool game. Probably should have been. Ollie will get sacked tonight. Devils, you reckon? Ron. Rodgers will replace him. Yeah, I saw he's the favourite to... apparently, there's a story coming out of Paris, though. I don't know if anyone's seen it. There's a story coming out of Paris earlier on today that Pochettino might actually go to Man United and Zidane might go to PSG. Yeah, look, I think Devil says it. Yeah, PSG. Zidane's PSG manager. Yeah, apparently that's a massive rumour at the moment, because obviously Pochettino was only given a small contract at the beginning, weren't he? And then I think he did a little extension at the end of last season, but he's not had the greatest start. I mean, in the league they should always win their league, but in Europe they've not had the perfect start, and some stuttering results in some games. Not all the fans are happy, apparently. And apparently, what I was reading earlier on, it's a real possibility, because apparently Pochettino's gone to second favourite with the bookies. And he's gone to second favourite in the bookies. And Brendan Rodgers is favourite at the moment. I can't see Man United employing Brendan Rodgers after the way Leicester have played this season, especially the way Leicester just laid down for Chelsea today. I'd see that as a bad move. I've got a sneaky feeling that Pochettino will be Man United manager. The Premier is a different kettle of fish. It certainly is. Hardest league in the world. Zidane matching Messi. That'd be something. That would be something. 2 of the greatest players ever, manager and player. That would worry me a bit if true. I do understand what you mean there. Ronaldo and De Gea are already leaders. Yeah, I don't know why. The fridge is your captain. I really have no idea why. He can't lead. No, he couldn't lead a horse to water. Bruno has been quiet as AF. Why is he defending Ollie? Bruno. I've got 2 things for Bruno. I think he's a good player. I'm not going to say Bruno off. I think he's a good player. And I just don't think he's a midfielder. He does not. I think he's more of a number 10. He's almost a number 10 for me. I don't see him in that central midfield role. He doesn't do good enough work defensively, and he can be a bit erratic and he gets wound up quite easily. But if you get him in as a number 10 role and you have two excellent midfielders behind him, I think he could be a real problem for people. So Man United do get a proper manager in who can play that system. But the problem is, Pogba sort of wants to play where Bruno plays. So Bruno and Pogba don't really work together as a midfield. Pogba doesn't want to do the defending, and plus he can't defend, and neither can Bruno. So that's why you leave yourself so open in midfield sometimes. And that's why he does go for Fred and McTominay. That's why he picks them over him. Yes. But guys, yes, so the goal scorers here. Let's say Jota. Very wavy, goal Jota. Very wavy, very saucy. Second goal was beautiful. And then Salah gets the third. You can't keep Salah off the score sheet. I think he went 3 games without a goal, which was a massive drought for him. Again, we win the ball high up the field. Counter pressing, as we do, better than anyone in Europe. Arsenal trying to play stupid passes, getting caught out. Mane gets them, cuts through them with pace, gets the ball, runs in on goal, sees Salah. It was a lovely cross over to Salah, lovely kick out. Salah has an easy shot at goal, 3-0. Salah was awesome today as well. I mean, I've never seen a player. Mo Salah does everything at full pace. Everything at full pace. He doesn't slow down. He dribbles at full pace. He runs at you at full pace. He shoots at full pace. It's just incredible how he does it. And, he almost had a penalty today, which was a bit 50-50 for me. It was exceptional again today. If when Salah don't score, he causes teams so many problems. And, it was exceptional. And obviously then Minamino. Minamino comes on and basically with his his first touch gets a full from a lovely bit of football by Trent down the right hand side, put the ball across and 4-0. Minamino getting on the score sheet. I like Minamino. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans who I'm not sure on Minamino, but I really like him as a footballer. I think he's a good footballer. He's just, it's hard to come to England sometimes and acclimatise to the team, the country, the league, and he's a bit of a shy lad apparently. But more games he plays, he scores goals. He's a good footballer, and he's going to be needed in January when AFCON comes. So he's going to play some games. So look out for Minamino, guys. I think he could be a little hidden treasure in our team that we're not expecting. My man Sammy, how are you, Sammy? Hope you're well, fella. Good win for you guys against Burnley today. Oh, Sammy. Against Burnley. Love it. Oh, the North London Burnley. Yeah, they do play a bit like Burnley, don't they? It is a crazy one. It is a crazy one with Arsenal. They're just I'm glad. I'm just so happy we smashed the granny out of them, to be fair. All right, let's get some more here. All right, let's talk about these guys' form at the moment. So Mane, Salah and Jota's form at the moment, guys. Yes, I will get to this in a minute, Paulie. Don't worry about that. We will talk about the Ox today. Do not worry. I will get to that fella. Mane, Jota and Salah's form so far this season, for me, has been exceptional. I think Mane has got 8 goals, 6 in the league or something like that. Jota's got 5 in the league. Obviously, Salah, I think, has got like 14 in the league, so ridiculous like that. So these three are in fine form. Let's not forget about Bobby. Bobby Firmino, I think, has got like 4 goals in the league, 1 hat trick. You know, he was on a bit on form. It's just that he's got this injury. He's looking like he's coming back in mid-December, they reckon. So he'll be back for the Christmas games, which would be excellent to have him back then because he's going to be needed around that time of year. But our forwards are on form. As I say, last season was last season. People have got to stop thinking because of what happened last season. The players ain't ready this season. They are. Especially Mane and Salah. That rest this summer did them a world of good, and now look at them. Absolutely flying. Jota, say he's only 23, 24. He's going to be here for years to come. Hopefully they all are. Hopefully Salah and Mane get new contracts. Hopefully Salah sorts out his contract, and we've got these guys for years to come because they're not slowing down and they're not going anywhere, guys. So yeah, they're doing fantastic at the moment, and their form is exceptional. I mean, the goals we're scoring, guys. The goals we're scoring. We're scoring 3 goals almost every game so far this season. Now, we're scoring goals for fun, you know, against good teams as well. And yeah, I'm enjoying their form, guys. May long it continue. They're doing extremely well. There is one. Jota's goal was nasty. It was naughty, weren't it, Sammy? The way he put Ben White and Ramsdale in their butt. Wavy. Yeah, we was exceptional today. Again, I can't keep saying it enough. That was a proper Liverpool performance at home. Proper Liverpool performance at home. And obviously, with West Ham losing today, you know, it gets us back up there. It gets rid of that West Ham result, you know, and puts that in the back burner. We've got Southampton coming up. That's a game we should win, to be fair. Look what Norwich did to them today. Things are going around slow. Get players back from injury. Get Cater back, or I think Cater's been our best midfielder this season. Yeah, we're going well, guys. We are going well. Player ratings, guys. So let's do player ratings. So we'll go Ali in goal first. Give me your player ratings in the comments, guys. Anyone who's in the comments, Paulie, if you're there, Grant, if you're there, my man. Everyone, Sammy. What's this? On this channel, we were all saying Arsenal ain't played anyone. Exactly, Sammy. Then they played a quality team and they got quality beat. Bit like when they played Man City and Chelsea, 2 amazing sides. They got absolutely smashed to pieces. Played another amazing side today and got obliterated. Exactly right, Sammy. So player ratings, guys. So guys, in the comments, if you're all in the comments, John, Devil, Sammy, Paulie, Grant, if you're still here, my man, my brother, if you're still here, give me your player ratings in the comments. We'll go with Ali first. So I thought Ali today was an 8 out of 10. Now, I know he didn't have a lot to do. Yeah, because we're so dominant and Arsenal so poor. But what he does do, he does well. And I think, what's this? Paulie gives an 8 to Ali. Devils, Klopp starts problems with everyone. First game, Arteta. Well, it was Arteta who started on Klopp. Arteta thought it was a red card, the foul, because he thought he elbowed him on the head and he said, red card, red card. Klopp came over to him and told him what you want about. It's not a red card. Sit back down, little man. And yeah, it all kicked off. But there's a big thing here. Don't fuck with Klopp. Don't mess with him. He just rolled up the whole crowd. And when Arteta did that, we just went on to win. So yeah, Ali for me gets an 8. What he does well, it's little things. Ali's positioning in goal is as good as anyone's around. His footwork in goal is amazing. You never ever see Alisson make a flashy save ever. You will never see Alisson make a real proper eye-catching flashy save because he doesn't need to, because his positioning in goal and his footwork is exceptional. That he makes what looks like really easy saves, you know, really hard saves, look ridiculously easy, and no one talks about it. Everything he done today, he did well. The shots he had to save, he saved. His footwork was really good today. He started attack. 8 out of 10 for Ali. 8 out of 10. What are we all going here, John? 8.5 for Ali. Ali 7.5. Good save on Uber. Yeah, the one with his feet. Still a crucial save from a Bangya. Yep, very crucial. So it's Ferguson with teach clock the Devils bringing it. I thought we were friends, my man. I thought we were friends. We all love you. Arteta just thought he was hard. Oh, guys, all love here. All love here, yeah? All banter. It's all banter. Exactly. All banter, guys. We're all love here. It's all friends. Salah is on fire. He is on fire, Devils. He is on fire. The defence, Trent. I ain't spoken about Trent yet. This young man is exceptional. He's absolutely exceptional. He's got 9 assists in his last 6 games for Liverpool and England and 1 goal. He's the best attacking right back in the world. I don't care what anyone says. His ability with the ball, it's like having David Beckham as right back. I think that's what Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere pundit today, wasn't he? He said it's like David Beckham at right back. His ability with the ball is exceptional. We had 2 assists today. His defending was good. His passing is just exceptional. He's an exceptional young talent, and England have got a few of them at right back, obviously, with Reece James. But with Reece James, I mean, we keep comparing Trent to James. With Reece James has a lot more defensive cover than Trent does. I mean, and he plays further forward. He's a right wing back, where Trent's a right back, and he has more defensive cover does Reece James. They play with 3 at the back. So he's got 3 centre halves behind him, and plus Jorginho and Conte in front of him. So he has a lot of protection, Reece James, but he's an exceptional footballer. I'm not dissing the bloke. I just think of the comparisons. Trent's out of this world. Trent is worldly. Devils, we are friends as humans, enemies as fans. Yes. Yeah. I couldn't say that about Devils. Couldn't say that about. Steve. So everyone, guys, it's Statman Stubbs Football Channel. Steve is a good bloke. I was on his channel earlier this evening. Don't know if you saw me there, guys. Going a review of the Liverpool game. It was a good show. So go and watch his channel, guys. Go and subscribe if you haven't. He does good stuff over there. He does the quiz on Friday nights that I've been part of. I am the champion. And he does good stuff over there. Go and give him a follow, guys. Go and give him a sub. Does great stuff over there. Has good guests. If you like my stuff, you'll like his stuff, guys. Sammy gives a 9. Is that for Trent or Steve? Trent 9. Yeah, Trent 9. I gave Trent I think I gave Trent a 10 today at Steve's channel. I just think Trent's got it all. He's got it all. And he's won everything. You think of what he's won at such a young age. 1920s win Champions Leagues and Premierships. He's an exceptional fullback. It's only going to get better. And today I thought he was amazing. Matic, I think I gave Matic a 9 earlier. He looked a bit worried in the first 20 minutes, I think, about Aubameyang's pace after what happened in the West Ham game where he looked a bit leggy. I think he was just a little bit worried that first 20 minutes. But then eventually worked his way through it, and as he always does, looks exceptional. Matic, one of them defenders. Matic's one of them defenders that don't get spoke about, but he's an exceptional centre-back, and he was getting a lot of clubs in Europe in the top teams. I'm telling you right now, he's an exceptional centre-back. Doesn't get spoke about enough. Trent's free kicks are out of this world. Steve, cheers, Jamie lad. I echo what you said. Everyone smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Cheers. That's it. Everyone listen to Steve. He's a good man. Got a good channel. go over to there, guys, after we finished here today. Go and have a look at his channel. I was on there with him earlier. It was a good show. Devils, let me ask you this. If Gerrard kept on messing up at Liverpool, would you guys boo him? I'd never boo him. So I understand what you're saying there. You know, Ollie is your club legend, so it must be hard to boo him. I totally agree with that. But at the end of the game, football is about winning. It's a business as well. Everything all included. And at the end of the day, if Stevie was Liverpool manager and he was doing what Ollie's doing, I'd want him to go. And that's partly the reason I never want Steven Gerrard to manage Liverpool. I've said this now. I don't really want Steven Gerrard to manage Liverpool because I don't want him to fail, if that makes sense. Yeah, like Ollie. Got you there, man. I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Trent for bringing him to us. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Trent. There you go. Devils sub to stat, man. Excellent. You'll enjoy stuff over there. It's really good. And say the show, I was on with him earlier. We had a good laugh on there, and yeah, it was a good video. Go and watch that, guys, after we finished here. Charles, and football is serious business. It's the biggest business, Sammy. The biggest business. Can't get bigger. So let's go to Big Verge. We're Big Verge. The beautiful man that is Virgil van Dijk. The colossal centre-back. The man who is impossible to sweat. The man is, he's Virgil. What can we say? He had 10 months out injured, guys, with a proper serious injury that, 20 years ago, ended careers. So, obviously, when he came back, he weren't Virgil of old straight away. He was never going to be. You can't just expect anyone to come back after that and be Virgil of old. But Virgil, the last 3 weeks, I'd say, the last 2 or 3 weeks, Virgil has, he's getting back to what he does best. And, you know, today, what he just marshals that defence so well. He puts everyone in their right positions. He's so good at standing his ground, letting the attacker come to him and just holding positions where a lot of defenders would rush out to try and win something they can't win. Virgil waits and stands his ground. It was exceptional today, and 9 out of 10 for Virgil. I can't see how you can give him anything. I mean, the passing with his ability to pass the ball for the defence and break the press, and he's an exceptional young player and exceptional older player, should I say. But he's getting back to his best, guys, and you know, for the rest of the season, if he stays fit, he's going to be the Virgil of old again. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, the Greek Scouser, Simi. Let's have a look before we get on. What everyone else says. Red Devils at Paulie. Don't forget Grandad and Grandma Trent. yes, totally. 8 for Big Virgin Steve. The man who got bullied by Bruno. Easy, Devils. Easy. Virgil 9.5. Yes, exactly. 9.5. Sammy thought he had a blinder. Now, the Greek Scouser, Simicast. Now, a lot of our Liverpool fans have been wanting Simi. A lot of us Liverpool fans have been wanting Simi to get back in the team. You know, we all love Robbo. Robbo's an exceptional left back, and he has been for years. If you told me we bought a Scottish fullback from Hull for 8 million, plus Kevin Stewart going to Hull as part exchange, so basically we got Robbo for absolutely nothing because Kevin Stewart went as well. If you told me years later that Robbo would be one of the best left backs in world football at the time, I would laugh at it. But you see this man, Robbo's been exceptional. He's very underrated in his defending. His defending is exceptional. Obviously, I mean, the assists him and Trent have got the last couple of years are out of this world. But just recently, he's not been the way he was, and you can expect that from time to time. And he's shattered. The man played all last season for Liverpool. You know, he played every single game last season. Never got subbed. I don't think. I think he played every single game. And when Scotland play, he plays every single game for Scotland. So obviously, in the national duty this week, he got a little. He felt his hamstring came off more of a precaution than anything, and yeah, and he's rated 50-50. He looks like he's going to be back for Porto, and he'll definitely be back for Southampton. But at this moment in time, I'll just tell him to stay at home and rest because Tsimikas is in form. We haven't actually conceded a goal when Tsimikas has played this season. He's played 7 games. He's not conceded a goal. We've won all 7 games. He's extremely good left back. He was man of the match for Greece the other day. His ability with his weaker foot is very good. He's got a nice cross on him. He kicks out his attacker at the moment really well. He's defending well. Yeah, he's a little quiet in Trent today because, you know, Trent's 2 assists. And I gave Trent a 10, so I'm going to give Simi an 8. I thought he was exceptional today. We're lucky to have him. Very good left back. What are we all saying here, guys? Sammy's saying he's saying he's sent to Thiago, good man. 1892 was the worst year ever. Was it now? There's no Liverpool, eh? Our games is it now? We haven't conceded with him. So yeah, it's 7. So he's played 7 games. We've had 7 clean sheets and won 7. Mane or Son? Mane. Oh, look, I like Son. Don't get me wrong. I really do like Son. I think he's a good player. But I've always thought Son is a purple patch player. So when Son goes for 2 months, he looks exceptional, and then he gets away. Apparently, there was a stat out last season. 85% of Son's goals last season all became before Christmas. So that tells you how much he fell off after Christmas. If I was going to pick 2 of them, I'd have Mane for a whole calendar year, easy. Yeah. But I do like Son. Good player. Who else we got? Congratulations, Dean Smith, for not giving up and still managing to manage him for you. Well, he's got that win for Norwich today, and obviously Stevie got the Villa win 2-0 against Brighton. So manager bounce there, looking good for them both. Yeah, so let's get to the midfield, guys. Let's get to the midfield. What's this? We end up in a few years with my. Yeah. Let's get to the midfield, guys. So, our midfield 3 today was Fabinho, Thiago, and the Ox. I thought this midfield was excellent today. Now, as you know, if coming on my channel, I've been saying the reason we've been conceding goals of late is because we don't control the midfield anymore. I've always said it, if you have the best 4 defenders in their position as your back 4, but your midfield doesn't give them any protection, teams are still going to score goals. So today was different. We had that protection, and Fabinho and Thiago together are exceptional. They contemplate each other really well. They both sort of into each other's game. They know what they're doing. They both look after the ball exceptionally. And let's start with Thiago. So I thought Thiago was awesome today. There's little things Thiago does in games that people don't realise. A lot of people today look at stats. Stats are the big thing in football. Like, if he don't assist or he don't score, he can't be that. He couldn't have had a good game. That's what people go by these days. Well, it's rubbish. The only stat that matters in football is who won, what the score was in the game. It should be the only stat that matters. Not all this assisting and assists can be, you know, a half-yard pass. Someone scores, and that's an assist. You know, what Thiago does, guys, is it's exceptional, and the way he does slow down the game, which I personally think is a good thing. because then we have more control of the football.
Thiago controls the game in midfield really well. Fabinho
defends the game in midfield really well.
Yeah.
Exceptional together.
The things Thiago was doing today was just, it was fantastic. If you was watching it, you could see he was just getting the ball down. His control was excellent. Never leaves his body. Little passes, little 3-5 yard passes that not a lot of players see. He plays balls forward, where sometimes players want to play sideways or backwards to be safe. He's like, no, I'm going to play the more penetrating pass and get us on the front foot. And it was excellent today. An excellent performance from him. And I gave him a 9 out of 10. The only reason is because my man in the match was Fabinho. I've got to say, I gave Fabinho a 10 out of 10. I thought Fabinho was different class today. That was the Fabinho I want to see every single week. Every single week. Defending was top notch. His retention of the ball was top notch. His passing was great. You know, he defends from up the pitch. You know, when we're in the final third of the attacking half team, he wins the ball back in areas where you're 20 yards away from goal, and he wins the ball back and starts little tiny counter attacks from there. He's a tremendous player, and that tackle he did when we were 1-0 up, and I think Arsenal had a 3-on-1. That tackle he did was as good as scoring a goal. It was exceptional, and that's the Fabinho I want to see. And if Fabinho and Thiago can stay fit together, they should play every damn week. Because I'll tell you what, you won't get many better two midfielders sitting there than them two. And Ox today, I thought the Ox was really good. Really good today. Yeah, I'm going to give the Ox an 8. I thought he was excellent today. He's play. I'll tell you what with the Ox, it was his play off the ball that I liked as much of his ability on the ball today. His pressing off the ball today was fantastic. He was all over Partey in midfield and Lokonga in midfield. They couldn't get out. Every time they got the ball, he was right up against them. He was covering over the right-hand side as Trent got forward. He was everywhere today. He was exceptional. And I thought on the ball he was really good. He was getting the ball and he was running with pace at the defence. You know, he got a shot off a couple of times, and you know, he got his passes off in around the box. I thought he had a good game. He had a few moments where he might have gave it away or didn't realise where he was on the pitch at the time, things like that. But yeah, I thought he was exceptional today, and it just shows with the Ox in his game time. A lot of players sometimes can have an injury, come back in, and they can get going straight away. You know, but with the Ox, when he has an injury and he's not playing, it's just one of them players who needs a few weeks to get back into his groove. And the Ox has played quite a few games now this season, and you can tell he's starting to benefit from that. And and if we can get the Ox anywhere near like the Ox of a few years ago before he had his bad knee injury against Man City, we've got a very good footballer there. And if he can stay fit, we've got a very good option there off the bench in the squad if we need it. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for the Ox today. Thought he was excellent. Paulie agrees. Ox 8, Fab 9, Thiago 10. So he's just gone the other way around from me. But I can't disagree. They're all exceptional in midfield today. Sammy. Paulie just needs to find some rhythm. Yeah, exactly. Once Ox finds rhythm, like he is starting to do now, he's a good footballer, and you can see it. Thiago is Modric's little brother. He does play like Modric. Yeah, exactly. Modric don't always get the goal and assist, but it's the stuff he does in midfield. It's the retention of the ball. It's finding them penetrating passes that gets you moving on the defence, attacking, and running at the teams. That's what Thiago does. He's like Modric, as you say. And we need them players. That one. So yeah, that's the midfield. So let's go to the forwards, guys. So let's start with Mane, guys. So what? Let me know your ratings for Sadio. So I thought Mane, he was a bit. it was a bit frustrating the first 20 minutes or so, and you could tell he was frustrated as well, and he was getting a bit annoyed and stuff like that. And you know, Sadio gets, he gets involved. He don't mind a little dust up every now and then. Sadio, he doesn't mind that. He likes the physical game, and sometimes you've got to stop him a little bit because he gets a bit too involved. Like when he picked up his yellow card, he didn't really need to do that. But as soon as he got his goal, he was, I thought he was exceptional. He caused so much trouble today, and he was so impressive. And he got a goal and assist today, and he can't ask much more than that. And exceptional play, lovely header to get the opening goal, to get us on our way. I'm going to give Mane an 8. Just for that second half alone, I thought he was exceptional in that second half. Sammy, Mane 7.5. He lost the ball in a lot in the first 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sammy. In that first half hour or so, he was frustrating himself. But as soon as he scored, he was on a different. And then in the second half, I thought he was exceptional. Hi, Christopher. How are you, fella? Hope you're well. How you been, mate? Paul first, but came into his own 8.5. Yeah, first half. But yeah, exactly. As soon as he got his goal and into the second half, he was a different player. And Mane sometimes gets a bit too involved in the physical battle. Sometimes you like to leave it. You're better than these lot. Just show them. And I think Klopp just turned it around in the second half and told them that. And yeah, he showed a great performance. Right. Now, Mo Salah obviously got Jamie Carragher gave Mo Salah man of the match today, and I thought Salah was excellent. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he was man of the match, but I do think he was excellent. Even before he got his goal, he does not stop. He's only got one thing in mind when he gets the ball, and that is running at that defence. No matter what defence it is, he will just run at that defence. And he just don't stop. He does everything at full pace all the time. Obviously, eventually got his goal, and I'd probably give Mo an 8, an 8, 8.5 today. I thought where Mane was getting a bit too involved in personal battles, Salah was just trying to make fools of everybody, and got his goal. Yeah, I thought Mo was excellent today. What's this? Jota's injury serious? I've not heard anything, mate. Let me have a look on Twitter. Guys, has anyone ever heard anything about this? Because he played on for a while. He played on for a while, didn't he? I don't see anything. Let me know, guys, if you no, nothing up at the moment. I'll see on Twitter about it. Yeah, with Jota, obviously, what we're referring to is when he went one-on-one with Ramsdale, and I think they went knee to knee on the floor. It looked a bit horrible. You can do bad knee ligament damage like that, but both players played on. I mean, Jota played on for quite a while, so the game was safe and secured, and then he came off. So, that's how I've not heard anything about it. Yeah, I've not heard anything about it. I know he went off and put ice on his knee, but I think that's just what they do. He might have a bit of swelling around his knee. But I say, he was still jumping for headers and running as quick as he can and all that. He still looks fine. So it might just be a rumour for now. Mo 8.5, no problems with that. I haven't heard anything either. No, I think he's fine, mate. Says John. Just rumours, but apparently it's his knee. Ollie sacked, yes. Has Ollie been sacked? Wow. Breaking news here from Red Devils, guys. Breaking news. Haven't seen anything yet. There is a lot of rumours going online that I can see that they might have sacked him. So I'm not too sure, but Red Devil seems to think he's gone. I mean, if he has, it's bad news for all of us, but good news for Man United. With the Jota thing, he played on for quite a while after
I mean, if it was anything serious, he would have gone straight off. They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have let him kept playing. So it might just be a bit swelling after the game finished. When you finish, you start to feel things. The adrenaline comes down, swelling comes up. I'd just be a bit of that. I mean, he doesn't need to play against Porto, does he? So he's just rest now till Sunday. But as I say, he played on, and I haven't heard nothing yet, and I didn't hear anything about it from Klopp himself. So let's just take it at the moment that he's fine until we properly hear something. But yeah, with Diogo Jota, I gave Jota an 8.5 today. Again, Jota as the number 9, I'm still not sure about because he can't play with his back to goal. The ball bounces off him sometimes. He gives away the ball quite a lot. But in the box, as soon as Jota's in the box, that man is cool, man. He is high. As I say, he's probably a better finisher of Salah and Mane in the box. He picks up fantastic positions as well with the box. He ghosts in between players. For someone his height, he wins a lot of headers. He's good in the air. Exceptional footballer. Lucky to have Diogo Jota, as I said earlier on today. Right. So 8.5 for Jota. Thought he was excellent. John, please, no. Ollie's the best match. Paulie, Sky News is saying top figures have lost faith with Ollie. Right, that's it then. I mean, that's it. Glad Minamino scored. Yeah, I'm glad Minamino scored. And say Minamino came on as sub. Basically, first touch, got a goal. So we're going to give Minamino a 7. Endo will give a 7 when he came on. He came on, looked decent. He give the ball away. I think he almost set up one counter attack that led to something. Looked all right when he came on. Didn't look injured. Looked good. Yeah, Endo was 7 as well. But I'm glad Minamino got a goal. And so Minamino is obviously a decent footballer. Let's not forget, Minamino came to Anfield with Salzburg and ripped us apart at times and got a goal. Don't forget, he put Virgil on his backside. He's obviously a very good footballer, and things just ain't gone his way because the team's so good. It's hard for him to get regular football, but we're going to need Minamino this season, especially in January when the AFCON's on. Minamino's going to get a few games. And Minamino could be that little hidden treasure in our squad this season. It could just do some stuff at times. Senior figures saying I've lost faith in the manager. Well, that's it. He's gone then.
I mean,
it's the head honchos have lost
faith. You can't be beaten by Watford 4-1 and get the problem with Man United, the players are obviously not playing for Ollie no more. He's lost the treasure and the players ain't playing for him. And he's going to get absolutely bad and gone. Hopefully they give Carrick a job. Well, it's who they get to replace him. Looking at my phone. Well, Poch has come right in apparently on the odds, so I wouldn't be surprised if Poch goes to United and Zidane goes to the PSG. Because I just don't know if Man United are going to employ Brendan Rodgers after the way Leicester have been playing. That doesn't. If I was a Man United fan, I wouldn't want Brendan Rodgers. He's a bit of a he's a miss, old Brendan. But as a Liverpool fan, I actually hope they do employ Brendan Rodgers as a manager because I don't think much will change. But guys, final thoughts here, guys. So final thoughts. What do we think, guys, of this game? How do we think we're going to go this season now? Have we got our season back on track? So obviously, this game was before we kicked off today. I predicted a 4-1 win on Doug's channel yesterday. I predicted he'd win 4-1. So I always felt like we'd win this game today, but you had to respect the run Arsenal were on, obviously. Unbeaten since August. Gone on a decent run. When you look back at it now, they have beaten teams they should have beat at the time, but they weren't exceptional against them. So you had to respect it. A draw would have been devastating. A loss would have been worse. We can't drop points no more, especially when West Ham lost and Chelsea won. Man City got a trickiest game against Everton tomorrow. If Everton bother to turn up, that could be a tricky game for them. So it was a must-win game, and we won it comfortably. And at counter, it was an easy win. We smashed the granny out of them, as I said. Everyone looked decent. The midfield was I was the happiest with, because I don't think there is much of a problem with the defence. I always said it was the midfield. The retention of the ball in midfield was excellent today. Our pressing was excellent today. Our counter pressing, when we was in their final third, put them under pressure and try and bring out the ball out the back. You know, put them under so much pressure. They've never been under pressure like that this season. You know, all that sort of stuff I love to look off today. And then with our fixtures coming up, this was a great win, because we've got Southampton next. And I predicted Southampton to get relegated this season. I think they're terrible. And Norwich beat them 2-1 today. I don't know that new manager bounce, but they still lost to Norwich. And, you know, we should be going to Southampton, obviously, next weekend and putting a hurting on them as well. And then, you know, we've got some decent fixtures coming up, guys. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. What's the next Premier League? Yeah, so we got Southampton next, Christopher. So we got Porto midweek. I think it's a Wednesday. I can't remember. It's up Tuesday, Wednesday. Obviously, we're top of the group. We can only finish top of the group. We're already qualified, 4 out of 4. So it can be a bit of more of a tactical training game, really, more than a competitive game. But Porto do need to win, so I don't think Klopp will rest players like many might think. My final thoughts are Liverpool would be City's closest chance, and I'll tell you, it's a Spanish big fan for me. Go, Sammy said it. Sammy's been saying this since he's been coming on my channel. He hasn't changed. December form is going to make or break for the title. So it is for everybody. Look, Chelsea are in good form, but 13 of Chelsea's goals this season have come from defenders. It's a crazy stat. So a quarter of their goals have come from defenders. They're going to drop points eventually. I thought there was a few times today when they played Leicester that Leicester got in behind them quite a bit, a couple of times, but they just didn't take their chances. They were awful, Leicester. And, you know, Chelsea have got some more fixtures coming up. Now, they've got Man United next. So if Man United, Chelsea's next weekend, I believe. So if Man United get a new manager in before next weekend's game, and it is a Daniel Poch, that's going to give Man United a massive lift. And that will be a huge game. If they don't, Chelsea are going to smash United. But if Chelsea do get a new manager in by next weekend, when they play Chelsea, you know, that's going to be a close game. All we can do as Liverpool is make sure we keep up with Chelsea. So if they do slip, we're there to take advantage. As I say, we're only 4 points off them. We've only played 13 games, I think it is. A lot of the season to go. Christmas will be a huge period for us. Fortunately, we're already through in the Champions League, so we don't have to go hard in Europe in our next 2 games. We've got the League Cup quarters against Leicester. The form Leicester in, we should be getting through that. Yeah, some good games coming up for us, guys. This season's going to be close. It is between City, Chelsea and Liverpool. It was at the beginning of the season. Nothing to change my mind yet. They're the 3 best teams in this league by quite some way, and it's going to be extremely close. Extremely close, guys. So, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, today. Where are we? Saturday. I will be back on Monday to do a weekend review. So Monday night, guys, 10 p.m. Look out for me. I'll put it on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe and like and hit the bell. You hit the bell, guys. You'll know when I go live.
Monday night, 10 p.m. I'm going to do a review of the weekend. We're going to go through all the main games. We'll go through the Liverpool game today again. We'll go through Stevie's first game at Aston Villa, winning 2-0. We'll go through United's 4-1 loss to Watford, Chelsea's demolition of Leicester, and the City and Spurs game tomorrow. We'll go through them as well. And yeah, guys, we'll go through all that. And I'll open the phone lines on Monday, guys, and you can call in on Monday and give me your views on the weekend football as well, guys. So, John, big up Jamie Britain Show as always, mate. Thank you very much, John. See you, Jamie. Nice chat. Thanks, Christopher. Good chat. Mind yourself, mate. And you, Paulie, and you. So, guys, I'm almost at 100 subs. As I say, I'm on 96 subscribers at the moment. Thanks to Mr. Devils himself, Mr. Red Devils himself, helping me out there with a few shout-outs. If you can, guys, share my video on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can. Share this video wherever you can, guys. Shout me out on Twitter. Let's get me to this 100 subscribers, because as soon as I'm there, the channel should start moving a lot quicker once it's 100 subscribers. And then we'll have a little party, 100 subscriber party. I'll open the phone lines up. You lot can call in. We'll do some quick Q&As. We'll have a good time. So, guys, till then, thank you very much for watching, guys. I love you all. You're my community. And I will see you next time.